Hello, fruit friends. Check these out. What we have here is an assortment of stone fruit. We've got apricots, yellow plums, red plums, and plouts. Yep. So I was just in Vermont and for my wedding, and I stopped by a farm stand on the way home and found these, and I had never seen plums like this before. All the plums I've ever seen are they're big. They're like the size, like this. This is like a standard plum size. So I was really surprised to see that these were plums, but that's what they're being sold as. So let's we'll try an assortment here. So I don't know a ton about stone fruit in general. I'd love to make more videos in the future, but it looks like there's several different colors of, for example, the yellow plum. I've got this more yellow, and then one is more orange, and then same for the red. I don't know if they're the same one, or if they're different types of yellow plum, or if they're just the same one at different levels of different stages of maturity. Anyways, we'll give them a go. So let's start off with this red plum here. Never seen a plum so small, itty bitty, but okay. Super soft. Not a lot of flavor in the actual meat. The skin is where all the spice is at, and it was very sour, very spicy. I think the flesh part is sweet, very juicy. Not a ton of plum flavor, but I got the flavor out of the skin. And again, that flavor was really sour. I liked it, but just very, very sour. So here's the other red plum. Okay, wow. That one almost strikes me as overripe. It kind of, all the meat kind of just gushed out of the skin. I could kind of collapse it between my tongue and my palate, and just be left with the skin, and all the meat just kind of oozes out. Very sweet, very nice plum flavor. It's kind of a different than the one I'm used to. I'm used to like a very, kind of similar to this color, but much bigger and maybe more even darker purple. This is kind of like a red. Again, the skin is very spicy and sour. Yeah, it's got like your typical plum flavor, but then there's like maybe sweeter, something else going on there. It's hard to pinpoint. Let's try this yellow plum. Very similar flavor between the two, and I will say that for the two bigger one, for the last two that I ate, there is kind of like a chalky texture to the meat. It was kind of like not chalky, but kind of yeah, chalky. Hard to describe. Let me try this one. That was a different flavor. The skin is super sour. This was the most unique flavor. Kind of more citrusy. I'll try it again. I also didn't get the chalky flavor, which was nice. The chalky texture. I mean, the color might be kind of messing with my subconscious, but I kind of did taste like a little lemony kick to that one, especially in the skin, which is very sour. Overall, these plums, I enjoyed them. Nice plum flavor. Bit unique though because of their size. I've never seen them that small. The apricot, I've only had dried apricot, so let's see what this is like. This is, I guess, a real fresh apricot. Picked this up in New Hampshire. I think these are all from Pennsylvania. I picked them up in Vermont, but I think they're from Pennsylvania, grown in Pennsylvania. So let's try the apricot. Wow. I don't even remember what the dried ones taste like, but that's nice. Nothing like a plum really, maybe more like a peach. Huh, that is nice. Again, it's kind of like its own flavor. Kind of tastes like maybe a loquat or a peach, kind of in between the two. Texture is kind of peach-like. The skin is fuzzy like a peach. Very sweet. I mean, we're talking 7 out of 10 for sweetness. This is a plout, which apparently is a hybrid of a plum and an apricot, hence plout. Beautiful looking fruit, grown, got the tag here, grown by HGO Farms. So let's give it a go. Nope, no smell. Now that is an interesting texture. For lack of something else to compare it to, the texture really reminds me of like a pickled black garlic. If you've ever seen that, it kind of just, it's like you really have to try it to know what I'm talking about, but like it holds its form, as you can see, but when you put it in your mouth, it's really like gum, like something that just kind of oh, that's so weird. Okay, it's like you cooked a sweet potato, like you baked a sweet potato. You know, when you cook a sweet potato, it'll hold its form, but then when you put it in your mouth, it's like mush. That's what this is. It's like mush. It's like mush. Flavor, having just tried several plums and an apricot, I would say it does kind of taste like a mix between them, maybe more leaning towards the plum. I'm not a huge fan of the texture. It's also not as juicy as it might look. It's kind of dry. And then that baby food texture is really not doing it for me. But I wanted to try it nonetheless. It's very interesting. That's it for me, folks. Thank you for watching. All right, quick little update. I just learned a little something. That texture I was talking about, that like chalky kind of mush texture, it's called mealy. They were mealy. They weren't fully ripe, or they were overripe, or something wasn't right. So that sucks. Made the most of it. Stone fruit are nice, but those were kind of mealy.